We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look at Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it tougher for the snow, we still gon' break holes. If you in the point hit, we choosing to kick. Cause we gotta keep this that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth beats. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Well, what the hell has been going on with you guys? We know what the hell's been going on with our Bears. This has been nuts. Went into Soldier Field and got our butts whooped by the New England Patriots. We failed to score any really real points. It was embarrassing. It was hard for most people I know to watch. I know personally I was so disappointed in the way we did things, the way we were coming out, not ready. It was horrible. And I knew that we were going to get to this day. I thought it was going to be yesterday and talking about we need to make changes, because there's no doubt in my mind that we've either made the wrong choice last year with getting Caleb Williams and not keeping Justin Fields. And not with Caleb being the problem, but that this team was not as far along as we thought they was going to be. We thought that the team was going to be ready to win right now, that we have all the pieces. Maybe we weren't there. Maybe that was never what we were. Or we picked the wrong offensive coordinator, or we got the wrong head coach and we should have fired him last season. All those are in play. I don't know which one's the truth right now, but any one of those could be true. You know, the reason why I still evoke the name of Justin Fields, and I know that a lot of people don't want to talk about Justin anymore because he's not on the team. But in my opinion, the team, if the team wasn't ready to win, and you knew we needed an offensive line because Justin got sacked all those times his rookie year, right? You know, Cleveland Browns, when they sacked him eight or nine times, and all those things happened. And then we had the offensive line looked terrible last year, and everyone says, no, it's Justin's fault. He's holding on to the ball too long. And what are we doing now? We're seeing Caleb Williams hold on to the ball too long now. You know what the difference is, though? Justin Fields was an elite athlete that could outrun grown men. You know? But Caleb Williams only runs a 4.7, 4.8, 40. He's not an elite athlete compared to these people that are born to do this, you know, that are running 4 or 5 40s regularly. He's not that guy. So he can't get away from them. So he can't get those same positive yards. So that makes our offensive line look even worse. So maybe the answer was keep Justin Fields, pick up his 5th-year option, build their line, sell that pick off for lots of picks. Everyone's like, oh, don't say a haul. Don't say a haul. That's bull. Because you literally could have had 2 this year, 2 the following year, 2 the year after that, you know, and probably got 2 seconds around there somewhere too. You could have done all those things. Build up your offensive line. You could have got a left tackle this year, right? With Rome Odunze. You could have then next year had 2 firsts and 2 seconds, or three seconds. If you have 2 firsts and 3 seconds, you could build your entire offensive line with all the elite athletes, right? Including, and get yourself a defensive end to go with the guys you already have. If you did that, and then you found out Justin wasn't the guy, now you're looking with all those first round picks the following year when Arch Manning is coming out, you could have went and got him. Instead, we punted on him so early to get only a 6th round pick, and we're not ready. It has nothing to do with Caleb Williams. It has to do with us. We're not ready. We do everything out of order, and everyone kept on saying, "Oh, we gotta do it now. We gotta do it now." You're doing it out of order again, and it doesn't matter if you have the first pick. Doesn't matter if you have what do you have. you have to have an offensive line. You have to have a mindset and a scheme that's going to work for a rookie quarterback. And they didn't have those things. We weren't ready. We weren't set. We believed this team was so good because we were able to run the ball on everybody because just feels as an amazing runner of the ball, which we probably caused with us not being able to block. So it's like it's just like we caused all these problems. So now we pick Caleb Williams, and you have a chance to go ahead and get a center who's worth your money. But instead, you go bargain basement hunting and go get a center for $3 million. Coleman Shelton. I don't know if you guys watched the All 22. Coleman Shelton got ran over so many times it doesn't even make sense. He was getting run over time after time after time. So he's a problem at center. We have backup tackles on both sides, right? And we have backup guards. And then, of course, Tevin Jenkins, once again, is hurt again. Tevin Jenkins is hurt again. This is what he does. He can't stay healthy. He's just not built that way. And he was hurt in college, too. So he has all this ability, but he just can't stay healthy. So that's what we have as our offensive lineman. You know? And you think that's going to protect this guy? And then we have an offensive coordinator and Shane Waldron that lets him do all these other things. Calling the play out. Change the play at the line. You're asking him to do too much. Let him be a rookie. Let him gather his stuff. Let him figure himself out. You do those things, possibly he could be the truth. He could be the answer for the next 13, 14, 15 years. But if you don't treat him that way, you're never going to know. Jeff Saturday was there for Peyton Manning, right? They built a great offensive line that was able to move with him, right? He was a statue. He wasn't going to run anywhere. So you had to get someone that's going to create a pocket. Tom Brady was a game manager for the first 6-7 years of his career. He was great at it, but he was a game manager until they got this great offensive line, and then he was able to grow into the position. You give him chances, right? The great Aaron Rodgers, the person that Caleb loves to model his game after, had to sit on the bench. They had an offensive line ready. They knew you don't just throw him to the wolves. So why would we then turn and do that? Why, if you're not prepared to spend money on the guy, then because if you do this stuff with Caleb and go get Caleb Williams, then you go get a real center. You go get the most expensive center or whatever, the guy that you know is dominant at center. You fix your problem at right guard because you knew you had last year, and then you get a backup tackle that makes sense. David Bakhtiari has been sitting on his ass for weeks now. We could have grabbed him. We were supposed to be the one that grabbed him in the offseason and said, oh, you should grab him just in case there's a problem at left tackle to protect your asset. Yet we didn't do any of those things because we have enough. This would be hard to make this team. You're fucking blowing all this. You're doing it. So, I mean, for me, it feels like Poles is a problem because he obviously can't do anything with offensive line. He can't identify talent offensive line. He thinks that it's try hard is good enough, and that's not what it is. You need to have talent at offensive line, and that's what protects your asset at quarterback. You never see a terrible offensive line with a great quarterback and for someone who wins. That just doesn't happen. If you want to win, you have to protect your asset. You have to have the offensive line. This is why it didn't make any sense for him drafting all these damn receivers and bringing all this talent receiver when you can't block. It just didn't make any sense. So you've done everything anti what you need to do. All right. Then Swift. I still like Swift. I think Swift works very well as long as you use Roshan too. If you go to first two series Swift, go Roshan and give him breaks, but also show him that running inside zone, inside games, God's play, things like that, you run straight ahead, the hole can be hit. Remind him periodically instead of letting him just do whatever the hell he wants. If you do those things, then Swift becomes more of a factor for you. But we're not doing that. So that's a Shane Waldron problem. Well, that's the Eberflus fire. There's so many things that are going wrong with this team. It just doesn't even make sense why you're doing it. And it's so funny because 16 days ago, we were 4-2 getting ready to play the Commanders. We actually almost won that game. We're about to win that game. We're about to go to 5-2. We're thinking about all these great things that are going to happen for our future. We're going to be 5-2, and then we're going to play Arizona, and then we're going to play New England, and we could go 7-2 going to the Packers game, and we're going to have a chance at the playoffs and all these great things. But once again, an undisciplined defense, because Stevenson is undisciplined, and we've seen it time after time. Even in this past game, once again, having a breakdown for the guy who scores a touchdown for Polk. But we'll get to that later. Stevenson has a brain fart. No coach calls a timeout, calls him about himself. Pay attention to what's going on in the field. The moment is too big for them. Eberflus is the one who could call a timeout. The moment might be too big for him. Because the moment was too big for him, we start on the slide. We lose our faith. We lose against Arizona the next week because we no longer believe we can win. And we've forgotten how to win. I heard Jalen Johnson talk about this yesterday. He's like, I don't think we know how to win. We don't know the details it takes to go into winning. He literally heard him on the radio station say that. And that's the truth. You need to learn how to win. You have to learn how to grow together. You can have all players you want if you don't have an idea how to win. We don't have the offensive line. We don't have the backups. We don't have any of those things, but we have these great players that we can't get the ball to. You think DJ Moore lost his ability to be a number one receiver? I heard that someone on the radio say that. You must be crazy. He didn't lose his ability to be a number one receiver. The quarterback doesn't know how to give him the ball right now. But that's natural for a rookie quarterback. But they don't give him every play. Tone it down. Let him figure out. Do double read routes when you have a flag route and then a quick out. Double read. You can look at one place and know which one you're gonna go to, and then you have a tight end dragging across the field. Especially when you have such a great tight end who can run after the catch. Those are what you need to be doing. Learn how to run the ball. Do inside zone, because you can't. Your offensive line is too slow and not skilled enough to run outside zone. So run inside zone to set up the outside zone to set up the play action. Have double the amount of running plays than passing plays, and then play action off of those things. And then you can open up the field every once in a while. But you first start with that. The game plan doesn't make sense. Why is we haven't scored a first quarter touchdown yet this season? And you scripting the plays? That's offensive coordinator. That screams offensive coordinator right there. But why is the coach not saying anything? Because he's too busy calling the defense. Because that's what saved his job last year. There's too many mistakes all over this team. And I think we might need to just reset all together. We're the Chicago Bears. We're never going to fire a coach during the season. But I think we might need to go ahead and do that now. I believe Eberflus has a 5-year deal. I think you need to tear it up, and you need to get someone, that's going to make this work. Someone will come in with the idea that we're going to, build around Caleb Williams. We're going to spend some money on the offensive line when we have to, because you did decide to get a younger guy. Because it would have been better, once again, to get the younger offensive line, to get them to figure out what talent, figure out how to play together. And then in 2 years, we will be unbelievable. And then we can get the quarterback that, and do exactly what the Eagles did. They had the offensive line already. Then they got this dynamic quarterback, and he was able to take them to the playoffs and beyond. But we saw the shiny toy in Caleb Williams. Well, now that we have him, we owe it to him to put a line in front of him that protects him. We owe it to him. I still believe in his talent. I just didn't think that his talent was so much better than just Justin Fields, especially with the line that was on this team. I was always pro Justin because of what we had. He was making the best out. He was making chicken salad out of chicken shit all the time. And he had the arm enough to get the ball to DJ and then get to Cole Kmet, who had the 2 best years of their career with him. So now all that's over. 16 days later, we're 4-5. We've lost three games in a row against bad teams. You know what that makes us? A bad team. So we had to make sure we let go of Shane Waldron. That's what happens. Here's what has been said by Matt Eberflus. Says, after evaluating our entire operation, I decided that it is best interest of our team to move in a different direction with our leadership of our offense. This decision was well thought out and one that was conducted deliberately and respectfully. I'd like to thank Shane for his efforts and wish him the best moving forward. So this is the first time the Bears have changed offensive coordinator since 1970 in the middle of the season. So that's amazing. And who do we get to replace him? Well, he's actually the offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers last year, which is kind of scary because that wasn't an unbelievable high power offense. We saw what happened to them, and he actually had his job taken from him before. So, but regardless, Thomas Brown will be our new offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. Hopefully he has dealt with a rookie quarterback last year and realized what you need to do is dumb it down, let them develop on their own accord, and you will see when he's ready for more. Don't just give him everything and tell him he's, everything. You're great. You're gonna blow your air, blow whatever up to your ass. So none of that matters. Why would you do that? Wait your time, develop him the right way, and give him the things he's ready for. And hopefully that's what Thomas Brown does. He puts less on him. I'm going to call the play. You're just going to work on the coverage, and we're going to run the play. Only thing you change is left or right. And every once in a while, I'll let you check to a pass. Every once in a while. That's what needs to be happening. Dumb it down. Learn what you can do. If you run inside zone better, run inside zone. If you got a stretch play off the inside zone every once in a while, do that. Stop running all the damn screens to DJ Moore when he's a better down the field threat. And his run after catch is amazing. But get him in open space. Stop having routes where three guys are in the same fucking space. Do things like that and see what happens. And see if Caleb has a talent. Right? As of right now, I don't blame him in any way, shape, or form because you don't know what talent he has. I know he's not as accurate with the ball. I know he's already tap dancing and he's scared. But what would have happened if we got the ball out of his hand quickly? What would have happened if we designed routes and designed play concepts that get the ball out of his hand quickly and utilize him? You can't tell him to be a point guard and not have a fucking scheme. It doesn't make sense and it bothers me. And I'm hoping that we get some positive vibes out of making this change because this is Bears Packers week. And there's nothing I hate more than Green Bay Packers. Nothing. Now if we have a healthy defense, say we get Brisker back, which I don't know if he's trending towards getting back. It doesn't look like he's going to be back anytime soon still, which we should have put him on IR if that was the case. But if say we do, then we might have a chance. Maybe you start Jonathan Owens. To have help on run support because he did do that for the Packers last year, and especially against the Bears. Maybe you do that, and see where we go, and hopefully the rest of the defensive backfield pays attention. We can actually do what we need to be doing, and Jordan Love gives us the ball a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. If we could do that and we run the ball and just play action, and I only ask him to do so much. Maybe we can keep this game close and learn to win a game or 1 or 2. And now, recent history tells me that it's impossible, right? But these are our Bears, so who knows what the heck is going to happen. I tell you that their defense is great at taking the ball away. But also tell you that if Caleb Williams continues to hold the ball and be afraid to throw in the tight spaces, we're never going to win any games. But you also take the check downs. Take check down. Check. Or hit the easy shot. Hit the easy route that's right in front of you with Swift wide open, with DJ Moore wide open, but it's only a 6-yard game, and let them run after the catch instead of trying to throw the ball down the field all the time. How about you take those dink and dunks first and then open the ball up, open the game up, and see what you can get from out of that. If we can do those things, possibly we could win a game. Nothing in recent history has told me that we could do any of those. But you just got to hope that the home, being at home, even with the Packers coming off a bye, that's just unbelievable that that's happening to us. Maybe we can do something. You know, as long as we do it well, as long as we continue to develop the quarterback that you guys decided we need to grab, and we can protect him. If you can't protect him, stop putting him out there. You don't have an asset like that and get him hurt. Don't Joe Burrow this guy. He has talent. We do need to work on his accuracy. We need to work on who he throws the ball to. But he's a rookie. That's what I expected to have to work on. And if we do those things, possibly we can get a win. That's all we're asking for right now. That's it. You know, I don't know what you guys think. These are just my thoughts overall. So if you're watching this a little later, please put a comment in the video. Let us know. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll definitely answer right away. I'm hoping that we can figure out a way to keep this game close. Hopefully, Jordan Love throws us a couple of gifts, and the defense can score something, and we can galvanize the city and walk out there with a win. Stay home, do something to the Packers that we haven't done in a while, and let's beat them. So those are my thoughts for tonight. I know this is a short one. I just we have nothing good to talk about. We don't know what we're going to get from Thomas Brown. We don't know exactly what it is. We know Shane Waldron is out. We don't know how they're going to change the offense. We don't know who's going to be our starting line. There's so many questions out there. Yeah, it seems like we're doing nothing. There are people that we can sign. Yeah, it seems like we're doing nothing. So all we can do right now is hope and see if the Bears can actually do something positive with this game on Sunday that I thought was going to be important and get flexed. Now we're back into a noon game because we are anemic on offense. So regardless, no matter what, tomorrow we'll be on Dynasty Pylon. Me and Mark will be there getting you ready for the Thursday night game, which is going to be an interesting one. We'll talk about our Bears and talk about his Commanders, and we'll talk about anything else that comes up. We also look at Gridiron Heights. We'll have a good time with that. And then on Sunday, we'll have our morning spike show. I owe 2 spike bets that I will be paying off right off the bat. And we're going to have a good time, and we'll answer all your fantasy football questions and outlooks and help you with your lineups and get you through to the next week, because playoff time is right around the corner, guys. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you, B, for saying all these things and helping us out and being there, and for the likes. So appreciate you. I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you guys again next week. Thank you.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so